Start.
You know.
He'll get into that. He'll get into
Surprise.
that.
Okay.
Hear ye. Make way for the Kingz. The Kingz are here.
You think the bitches are great because you're fucking seasonal, nigga? You can't be seasonal. Niggas got this shit's 24 hours a day.
I hope you have my drop ready.
You're listening to the Kingz Podcast with your hosts, Karizmatik and Irish O'Neil.
Yo. Welcome to another installment of the Kingz Podcast. It's your boy, truly Karizmatik.
What's up? It's Irish O'Neil. How you guys doing today? We are joined by two wonderful guests, returning guests to the Kingz Podcast. It's Ani Moush and Mr. Tom McDonald.
How's it going, everybody?
Welcome. Ani Moush, whose episode still to date holds the most views.
What up?
I just want to give her that shout out real quick. Awesome episode. Y'all should check it out, definitely.
Thank you.
So we, we'll get into all the usual stuff today. We'll go ahead and get the elephant out of the room. You guys probably noticed that Gerby is not with us anymore. He essentially, long story short, he loved doing the podcast, but he felt like it was starting to distract him a little bit from doing his stand-up. So he decided to take a step back. So right now it's just me and Karizmatik. We're actively snooping around for another co-host. So we'll see what happens. We're thankful for Gerby and the time he gave us, but we're going to see where things go from here.
Yep.
As usual, we're going to get into the three principles, get into our topics today, look at some clips and stuff. Do you want to start us off with the three principles, Karizmatik?
Oh, hell yes. So, of course, first, you're going to need confidence. I mean, that's doing what you do and not being afraid of what the response is going to be at any given point in time. I mean, if your game is stepping to them and making them laugh, then do that. And don't be afraid of the rejection that comes with it or that doesn't come with it, because you don't know the end result. And best thing is just to go forward with it.
Yeah, I agree totally. I mean, like I always say, if you don't act on something, you're already taking the L. So you might as well confirm the L and, see it through.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yeah.
Hey.
Any objections on that one?
No.
All right.
Often attributed to Wayne Gretzky.
There you go. I liked it at that. Yeah, let's get some of that.
Sports knowledge up in here.
Woo!
Sports.
And next,
it was attributed to Wayne Gretzky.
Here we go.
But it was actually said by Lee Harvey Oswald.
There you go.
You're only going to get technicalities with this
Educated
one.
man. And of course, next you got your emotional independence. I mean, that's being secure within yourself. I mean, that kind of is like just almost kind of like confidence, but they're slightly different. I mean, emotional independence is being secure within yourself, not looking outward for that inward security.
You're not afraid of their reaction. You're just being authentically you, going in and play your game.
So this is mostly based on the honesty. Be honest with yourself, be honest with them, and let you shine.
Yeah, because and honestly, that's a big problem I find on both sides of entering relationships is just people not completely honest about what they want. And it's like, look, things can change, that's fine, but it's all about communicating and be honest about that shit. Like, there's so many people who are just dishonest, or like, I see a lot of times there's guys that are like, oh, I'm in a monogamous relationship, when like really they want some side pussy, but they won't say that because they're afraid of losing out on what they have. They're afraid of taking a chance, and you can't be afraid of that.
You got one life to live. Everyone, you got one life to live. You might as well live it honestly and fully. And finally, you're going to need that social intelligence. And Irish, I'm going to give you a chance to
This is essentially, you need to be able to read the situation, make them laugh, social intelligence is essentially, just being able to understand the situation and, using your skills. But personally, like, my go-to is trying to make people laugh. That seems to laughing more often than not, unless they're a serial killer. Like, I've met one chick ever that told me she found stand-up and comedy in general annoying, and I was like, okay, goodbye.
She probably kills people for a living.
Yeah, for real. That was
Yeah.
So
She's the one that puts people in the Charles. We've discussed this.
Yeah. That's some serial killer shit.
Yeah.
Yo, real talk.
But-
Got to be a woman doing that.
But yeah, understand the
Gotcha.
situation, read the situation, shoot your shot. Again, I think being funny is probably the best route to take in that regard. But it's being funny isn't everything. There's other.
You can be
things
interesting.
You could be interesting. You could be thought provoking. Whatever it is that your game
Charming,
is. Charming.
sweet. It's a
Women love activities.
Yeah.
But I think that makes you innately funny if you're any of those things.
It could.
It could.
It could.
You know,
It can
most
help
of the
it can play
time,
into
if
that.
you're any of those things, you have a sense of humor.
No,
Most of the time.
I've met some very sweet, caring people that are the most humorless motherfuckers you've ever met in your life. They're the
That's a fact.
sweetest,
That's a
most
fact.
caring, like no humor at
Yeah.
all. They're
Okay.
humorless.
They're the rare exception then.
It's
Sure.
a lot. I've met a lot of people that are like that, where it's all sweetness and caring.
Now,
and
when you say that,
there's
is it,
no funny.
Is
that
it
they can
more
generate.
one gender or the other? Or you just mean people in
Oh,
general?
people of both genders. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I've
Yeah,
met
I can see that then.
like dudes that are like, sweetest, most caring people you could ever meet. Holy shit, are they not funny? Like
Yeah.
it's real. It's
Are
like
they nerds?
Hey, I'm a nerd.
No,
Yeah.
not like.
I mean, yo, look at this.
You know what I
like-
mean.
yeah.
Yo, the two nerds at the table already. All right, yo. Nerds be holding
I'm
this
sitting here
shit down.
looking at a shield on the wall. I'm like, I'm not gonna comment.
Not that kind of nerd. You know what I
know my
mean?
place.
Oh, what, you're talking about the cosplaying ones, right?
No.
I mean, a lot
You're
of
just
them
taking
are.
shots at me.
I mean, like
No,
antisocial.
let me tell you, nerds on that level, fuck.
Yeah,
No,
nerds rule the
definitely.
world. That's not what
Theater
I. You know
nerds
what I'm talking
fuck.
about.
They fuck. Like
Yeah.
all nerds fuck.
Yeah.
Because all the cool kids end up broke. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
You figured it out. I mean,
He's doing okay. All right. He's doing
not a
okay.
bad situation. He married a nerd. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah,
Smart
my
guy.
Nerd as shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was nerdy as shit.
He's a smart. He's what he.
Everybody nerds out on something.
Yeah. I'm
Don't give everybody that credit.
Everybody
Don't give
No.
everyone
on
that credit.
something.
No, don't give everyone that
either.
credit.
No, that's most interesting people will have something that they're like nerd the fuck out on.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
There are some very uninteresting people who have no passion for anything.
Yes.
I have
Yes.
a question. Are you gonna mansplain the whole time?
Yes.
Hey,
we don't do that here.
Have you-
femsplaining is a
We
thing
do
too.
not do that
It's
here.
not
Have you
mansplaining.
met-
It's-
Are you mansplaining?
Yes. I'm explaining.
You better start femsplaining, okay?
You know I'm not gonna let you do that.
Is it better if Tom just snaps his fingers while he mansplains?
Yup.
You're
Yeah.
gonna do a hair flip.
You can snap your
with
fingers
it.
the whole time. I'm not wrong.
Oh my god! Thank God it's me here sitting in this
No,
chair.
there could be some interesting things happening. Let's.
I agree. But that's in a nutshell. Those are the three principles. The last one essentially have a skill or something that you're passionate about that makes you interesting. And
Yes.
use that to your advantage.
Literally being passionate about fucking anything.
Yeah.
Like it
Honestly.
makes your life better. It makes you more interesting to other people.
Yeah.
Can I look
Doesn't
at
matter
myself?
what it is.
I'm sorry. I can't. It's hard for me to get my large head out the way though. It's like in prime inopportune position.
This vain fuck over here. Can I just stare?
shit.
I don't know what it is. Every time, like there are a couple of chicks that used to do a podcast here, and like the whole time they would just spend the whole time looking at themselves over here, and I'm like, you realize if someo's watching this, they're just seeing the side of your face.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
you have to be looking forward.
I'm guilty of doing the same
The
thing. I'm not
most
quite
views
as
on
obvious
this
about it.
podcast happened to be the one that I was on.
Remember
Yeah.
this. Remember
Just
this.
saying.
That's why.
Most of those views were you looking at yourself.
Yup.
That's why I say ugly people have better sex. We ain't watching our damn selves the whole time. You know what I
Calling
mean?
yourself ugly?
Hell yes. I will do that every day. I have no problem with that. This is some confidence ugliness right here. You know?
So you look
Fuck
at yourself while you have sex?
No, I don't.
Oh.
I don't. That's why my sex is
I don't.
great.
I see.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Got it.
I'm focused
Got
on
it.
other things, not
Yeah.
me.
Got it.
Yep.
See, I gotta stare straight ahead. I gotta have earplugs in.
Horse blinders on.
Horse blinders on. Just ready to go. I gotta focus on my breathing. and
Like yoga.
And the chick can't make a single sound.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Just shh. Shh.
Horse blinder. He doesn't want to get startled.
He doesn't want to accidentally see himself and be like, oh shit, all right.
Do not squeeze your legs anymore.
Don't move.
Chill.
All right, let's go.
All right. All right.
Oh my god. All right, let's do some fucking plugs.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Ani Moush, what do you got to plug?
Let's see. Next month, I believe I'm on East Boston Comedy on the 2nd. I believe I'll be doing another Basics show at Thunderbar. Date TBD, but it's going to be around Valentine's Day. That will be a fun one. And are we doing Instagram handles and stuff?
Cool.
Whatever you got to plug it.
Cool. Ani.Moush on Instagram. And then if you want to check out my art page too, it's by_Moush. And you can check out all my Etsy and interior design things too. So that's me.
Oh yeah, Tom.
All right. Next thing I got, I think, is the 16th of this month. I'm on at the studio, and then again the 26th and 30th. I think the 16th and 30th are Thursdays, and then the 26th is a Sunday. So if you want to come out, come out. It'll be a good show.
There you go. And of course, this is your boy Karizmatik. Karizmatik_me on IG and Twitter. Karizmatik IPE on Facebook. And looking for dates. Book me. I'm out here.
Same.
Hell yeah, guys.
Right?
Follow me at It's Irish O'Neil on all social media, guys. Check out STC Podcast, Shit Talking Cunts. We go live every Sunday at 6. Also check out my band Dainsleeve. We just put out our EP. Go to dainsleeve.bandcamp.com. That's DAINSLEIF.bandcamp.com. And January 13th, I'm doing Pick a Side, Stupid, Norse Mythology, bitch.
You're perfect for that one.
I know. I was like, I have to do this,
Yeah.
please. I basically begged him.
Also,
I'll suck your dick.
I was like, if that's what it'll take, sir.
I'll suck your dick. The Norse way. Norse way.
these are my favorite coasters of all time. I know I said that last time.
No, everyone loves those coasters.
These are
I'm
the
gonna
best.
have to start making them into a merch item. I
If you
think.
can't
Yep.
see them,
Yep.
they say
Yep.
cunt.
Now
So.
here the story behind it is the person. Okay, so you remember that blonde girl that was with Matt Berry last night?
yeah.
Right? Okay, so she was she used to do a podcast here. She was one of the chicks who did a podcast here, and she made those for me. She ran out of time, but they weren't all gonna say cunt. Each one was gonna have a different fucked up word on it.
That's awesome. I like
I like the way that it
I
does.
like
Yeah,
the
but cunt-
multi-cunt, though.
Yeah,
the multi-cunt.
Multi-cunt.
Yeah.
The plural cunts.
Yes.
Yeah. It's tremendous. It's tremendous. So
Interesting coaster.
so we got some topics to get in. Anybody got any new juicy stories or anything they want to tell or
Maybe
anything
on
like that
any-
before we get into any serious topics? Anything new happen? No?
New in what way?
in life.
In life.
Life, relationship
Anything interesting
wise,
you want to talk
anything.
about or
It'll come to me.
all right, cool. Well, what we wanted to jump into first and foremost was relationship type because I think we have a good variety here of people that run different types of relationships. So polyamory, not really polyamory, but I think he qualifies himself as a slut.
Hey.
I'm just
Sexually
All
exploitive.
sluts.
that's what he said he was. I'm just. Can I be
Look
accurate?
at the table.
Yeah.
Can I be accurate? I'm just saying. That's what he called himself. Like,
No, see, I'd say like Tom probably has my ideal situation. I just haven't been put in a situation where that would be plausible, where I've had to consider that. Like my thing right now would be like having a main person and then maybe like a side person. So like really like an open relationship, I guess. But I haven't like been presented to like, hey, why don't we like all date and fucking that kind of shit. Really, the best situation ever is the guy Jerry that used to call him the Black Phillip. He has a wife and a girlfriend, and they all live together.
Both live in the same house.
and they've
Yeah,
been for like
that
20
was-
years.
Yeah,
20
I mean-
years. And that's just, oh my god.
I'm halfway to that.
Because that would be my thing. I'd go to my main chick and be like, well, listen, you always say you wanted a friend. Why can't you have a friend? You guys hang out, we all hang out, and we fuck. Why not?
She got no friends.
I've talked with my wife about it, and that is her ideal situation too. And I'm like, so we're working towards that.
Like, wouldn't your situation be ideal? Like, the ideal version of your situation be that your girlfriend and your wife get along.
Yeah,
they hang out.
That's the ideal.
Then that you can send them out to go do their thing. You can do your thing. You guys all hang out. You all fuck individually, together, whatever. It's just a cohesive, wonderful thing.
Yeah,
like that's the ideal.
If
situation.
it were legal, would you be married to both of them?
No, you can't do that.
Why?
She said if it were
If it were legal.
If it were legal,
Why?
why not?
Because to me,
If that were,
it got there,
if
why
that were,
not?
I'm asking him specifically.
Yeah, if like multiple marriages were legal in this country, which
I think
they're
it messes
not,
with the
so-
hierarchy.
and I have to obey the law. No, that's the thing. I don't see it as like a hierarchical thing.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'd have
As a
multiple
concept.
wives.
I think you still have to keep one above the other.
I don't think it's
I don't
keeping
think
them
it's-
above the
yeah.
other. I think it's just different relationships with.
No, they're for sure.
Yeah.
For sure, they're different
And
relations.
it's-
Okay, let me ask you this question. You don't have to tell me who, but what would you rank your wife and girlfriend? You don't have to give me like I'd rank my wife X. Just give me the two numbers out loud.
It wouldn't be numbers, but definitely
letters. Let's go with shapes.
Scale 1 to 10. We'll go scale 1 to 10. Just like you
have
could
a
be like
lo-
a 7 and a 6 or
I
an
have
8 and a 9.
I have an exponentially longer and deeper relationship with my wife.
Yeah, loyalty. That's what's gonna make the decision.
so-
Loyalty.
And it's like we know each other so much better, and it's like it's
Right,
it's
so
not,
sh- so
it's not
she's-
comparable
You've
because
been through more.
So-
the girl,
she's always
and the
gonna
girlfriend
main-
is very much like this is a new
Yeah.
thing.
But that's what I mean.
It's
So
like-
your wife's always going to
But it's-
maintain the hierarchy of the higher position.
yeah, because I'm never gonna
That's-
know my girlfriend longer than I've known my wife.
That's kind of what I'm talking
and
about.
it's like
See, but that's why it's not hierarchy.
yeah,
because
it's not hierarchy.
Loyalty.
It's
not.
just it's a matter of like the relationship
tomato,
established.
tomato.
It's
It's
been
loyalty.
built to a certain point, and it's not like a numerical hierarchy where it's like a sort of score-based ranking. It's basically just no. I've had a longer relationship with this person.
I think the minute that you start ranking is when you get into trouble.
Yes, I agree.
So
Yeah.
you don't. Yeah.
So like you can have multiple
Can't put
friends, right?
numbers on
But
it.
the second the friend that comes in later understands that you had a friendship before they got there.
Right. So that
So
one
like
takes
if there was going,
precedence.
it takes precedent. If they're going, like if there was ever a time that
me,
they were going to
that's
make a case
hierarchy.
against the other one, it'd have to be a pretty damn good case. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but
like, and it
because
still
they-
might fail.
But if they have that,
Yeah.
if they have that precedence, that's still an unofficial even
Yeah,
hierarchy.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
maybe to everybody else looking in, but like it's they're of the same level until they're not.
Yeah, it's not a
Yeah, but there's
know
always
what I mean?
there's always
I
one,
would argue
there's
it's
always
not a
one that's
strict
like a
numerical
little above
like
the other.
ranking. It's more of like a
It's more tenure.
well, kind of.
Yes.
I guess, but it's also it's
All
not.
tenure.
you guys are getting caught up with the word hierarchy, but we're saying the same
Fuck
thing.
you and
Yeah.
your words, bro. I don't give a damn for them.
There's
Well, words matter. Words are how we think. Words are how we process our reality. So it
I don't
like it
I'm
when he's
like-
right.
no one
Isn't it
does.
the worst?
Sticky, like it's just
Everyone hates when I'm right.
It makes you feel like you did something wrong.
right. It's like, yo, why they even talk if he's gonna correct me?
You like want to go do community service or something.
Like, lock me up.
Me help someone with their groceries. Ugh.
Fuck. So I mean, Annie, would you be object to this type of whatever? Would you object to this type
Opposed.
of situation? Opposed. There you go. I like that.
Traditionally, all my relationships have been monogamous.
Okay.
Because to be honest, up until I started comedy, I wasn't even exposed to anything else.
That's fair.
You
That's
know?
fair.
But like we've talked about before, I think that like where I am now in life and relationships or lack thereof or whatever, I think it's just a matter of like being open and honest about what you're doing with your partner or
Yup.
partners or whatever. I don't know if that answers your question. So.
I mean, that sounds like you're open to it if it feels right.
I don't know if it would be a long-term thing for me.
And I think that's what everybody is. I think that's where everybody is because like that's why she's still a girlfriend and there really isn't
Yeah.
that like long-term commitment thing there. We're still testing the waters. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like I think it is that until you figure it's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think if I was in that position, I would want to be the wife.
I think
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I think she equally might.
You know what I mean?
well, no, and that's
Like I wouldn't want to be the girlfriend in that situation.
Everyone wants
Yeah.
to. Everyone wants to be the number one or the wife. Like,
Yeah.
and that's what I'm talking about.
Most do. I actually know people that don't want that responsibility.
And you know what? God bless them that they're soldiers. But you know what? It's
not even
like I guarantee
yeah.
your girlfriend's secret quest is to always try and achieve that status of wife number one.
If I'm
even
gonna
if she can't
be
have it.
in
And
a
that's what you want.
relationship
That's the ideal situation.
at all,
is that she
and,
stays
like,
trying to achieve that.
to a level of like seriousness with anyone at all, then I want that responsibility. Like I enjoy giving that to someone. You know what I mean? So if I'm putting in that time, then that's what I want. Otherwise, then I'm not gonna like waste
fair.
my time.
That's
You know
fair.
what I mean?
You
If
want to
I-
be primary or nothing.
Right. If I'm gonna like, mess around with multiple people, like you give X amount of effort or whatever, but
Well, it's mostly effort and time is the
Yeah.
controllable variables.
Yep.
yeah, but if you're spreading your time and your effort between multiple people,
Yeah.
then
It's exhausting.
then yeah, you have to
Definitely
choose,
is. It
right?
definitely is.
But if I'm gonna be in a relationship, then I'm gonna want to have something more like stable and permanent. And whether or not you bring someone else into the mix afterwards, that's a separate thing. But
And let me ask you this: would it be in your side of the relationship? Would it be the guy bringing someone in, or would it be you? Let's ask that question.
somebody actually asked me that the other day. And so, for instance, like about like a threesome or something.
Okay.
And the only
Threesome or a train?
The train is one after the other. Three is at the same time.
No, so to me, a threesome is two chicks and a
Devil's-
guy,
yeah,
and a
devil's-
train is two guys and a girl.
Or
no,
technically
that's
a
the devil's
devil's
threesome
threesome.
is two guys and a girl.
Yeah.
Oh,
A
I call-
train
I
is
call-
one,
which is
two,
interchangeable with a
three,
train.
because they're cards to a train.
why have I had
so
this
one-
conversation
that's
so many
run-
times this
three-
week?
It's a short train, but it's a train.
I guess I've always just called that a train.
It's just the engine and the caboose, but it's a train.
I mean, the train is for the compartment. So if you're going into a tunnel, you have the first one, the second one, the third one, the fourth
Yeah.
one, but they're not all at the same time. It's one after
Isn't
the other.
that just a gangbang?
There is just one.
No,
tunnel.
gangbangs happen at the same time. They're all banging as a gang.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Trust me, I'm a specialist in all this. I know this shit. You know what I'm saying?
We defer to Karizmatik for all.
Do you want me to answer the question?
Definitely.
Okay.
He threw me off real quick. He made me sex-plain.
So I've had devil's threesome.
There you go.
Okay, so but I was presented with the opportunity to, what are you calling the other one? A train?
Yeah. So one after
Two
the other
girls?
is a train. No, two girls.
No,
is just
no,
a
no.
threesome.
Just a regular old threesome.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just a
but
Menage a
regular
trois.
just the regular
meat
one.
and potatoes.
Yup.
American
butter.
threesome. Just red, white, and blue threesome.
But even with that being presented, like I would want to be the dominant person. Because that's just my personality.
That's interesting. That's very interesting. So hold on. So you said in both situations you want to be the dominant person. So if it was you and two guys, you want to be the dominant person.
No, if it's me and two guys, then I'm already the center of attention.
Okay, so you're cool with that. But
Yeah.
what do you mean dominant in the other?
So like
threesome?
in the other
and that people are
threesome,
doing stuff to you.
yeah,
And
like
you're the focus.
like
Okay.
I'm controlling what the other girl is doing.
Okay, I can see that.
Like she's the toy.
yeah,
You know what I
understand
mean?
that mentality.
Oh,
I
Jesus.
understand that.
Do you know-
mentality. That shit's hot. But I
Oh, no,
understand that
but I'm the
mentality.
misogynist. Okay, fine. You talk about women like that? How dare you?
Get down on your knees. Like, oh my God, Annie. Like, Annie, you might have been a guy in a different life.
Okay, if we're gonna
No,
do
they're
this,
just a
you
toy.
gotta pronounce my name right.
Annie,
Ani, yeah.
Annie.
Yeah, you know that.
Yo, I know it slips out. I'm high as
I
hell.
know.
Yo, Annie.
Just stick
And-
with
Yeah,
Moosh.
we got after it. Before
Yeah, I do
I
like.
know.
I do like Mushi better.
Yeah. You never call me my first name.
Yeah, I don't. That's
No.
why I came out weird.
Yeah. But okay,
I'm glad that you know me well enough to acknowledge that, because other people are like, why can't you say my name? I'm like,
no, I don't give a shit.
well, that's not the one I said.
I don't give a shit. But yeah, okay. So to go back to the original question, because I'm not thinking about like serious relationships right now, I'm only thinking in like those terms. I guess does that answer your question at all?
No, it does. That fully answers my question. And the time that you actually end up in a real relationship is when you're not really looking for one. So you'll probably find one soon.
Oh Jesus Christ!
No, because I mean, literally,
That's where you find the
that's-
good ones.
Yeah, because you're literally just being your fucking self, and you're like, why am I attracted to this person? The person actually likes me for me being my fucking self. It works. Yeah. That's usually that's when I found them.
That's when it happens.
Yep.
Everybody tells me that.
It's the fact you're honestly not trying to impress anybody.
Well, also that, and like I need to figure out my shit
There you
before before I can like give a full self to somebody else. Like you need to be good with you. We talked about that last time I was here too. Like, unless you're like fully okay with yourself, then you can't like give that to somebody else. I don't.
Someone can't help you grow as a person, though.
I don't. Yeah, but I don't want to give my half-ass self to someone.
It's not about that. No one's whole. No one's whole.
I don't want to give my 3/4 self to someone.
Hey, that's only in stature. Okay? Only in fucking stature. All right, you will grow one day.
I like being fun size.
Yo, oh my god, girl, don't even start.
What? Ow! You know?
You like a pop tart. Woo! Pop, 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 just popping everywhere.
I like hanging out with you guys. It's fun. I feel like my full 3/4 self.
I feel like I've almost being like creepy and charming at the same time. Like, right? Have I?
I don't feel
Nobody's
creeped
ever
out.
creeped out by me. I'm still trying to master that.
What, creeping people out?
Just a little bit.
It's not that hard.
It doesn't work for me though. Everybody's like, oh, it's
You look too friendly all the time.
So many
Too
people
much smiling. Don't
Yeah.
smile as much.
are gonna
I worked
hate.
so long on this.
and you still smile way too much.
No, I worked so hard on this smile to be not intimidating to white people. And like now,
Do it to me. Do it to me.
You overshot.
it's like it's a crooked smile which people find adorable.
I
or
need-
something.
Too close to the
Okay.
sun.
Yeah.
after your
We're
wings
gonna
were
do
gone.
a King's exercise right now.
Now you're
All
cute
three of
forever.
you need to look into a camera and smile genuinely. Genuinely.
I don't know
Do
how to
it.
genuinely
You
smile.
have to laugh. You have
It has to
to.
be
That's how I get myself to do
situationally
it.
based.
Yeah.
Think about
can't.
boobies. All three of you.
I mean, boobs don't make me smile. It's ass.
Ass.
Hey, I'm thinking about both.
They call it shit eating grin for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
See? You guys can do it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, I just got that crooked smile. It's okay.
Hey.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not creeped out by any of you. I know a lot of people are gonna hate that I just said that, but this is just me.
I mean, I'm yet to meet a girl that's
apparently
really
a
creeped out by
misogynist.
me. Like, I don't give that energy apparently, and I've been working on it.
Or they just
doesn't work.
haven't told you.
That'd be interesting. Has anybody told you they're creeped out by me?
Not personally.
Damn it!
I haven't heard.
I'm not gonna bother asking that question.
Yeah.
Are you creeped out by me?
I know. I do. I have
creeped out.
I
I
have
give you
the
these
type
eyes?
of face that like people trust telling shit to. You know?
You do.
Like people come up to me and will like just tell me their inner secrets, but I'm a loyal bitch.
But
Like I don't
know if that's a good
talk
thing or a
shit.
bad thing because they walk up to you like, who's this bitch gonna tell something to? Like, she ain't got
No, it happens way more often than you think. But they know I will take that shit to the grave, though.
No, I know because they know you ain't got no friends. They're like, she ain't gonna tell nobody.
I have so many friends.
They look at you. They're like, who the fuck she gonna tell?
Smoking her jewel alone outside.
Oh, she looks safe. I mean,
Yeah, she looks safe. She can't hurt me. She's only 5 fucking feet.
She's only little.
Yeah. She's kidnappable.
Oh, she's fun. She's fun sized.
Yeah.
pick them up. Just, mwah.
Jesus.
In the trunk you go. I don't even have to shuffle stuff around. It's like, no, you can go in this half of the trunk.
You almost loaded me up into your trunk once. You're like, those weights
in
that
there.
you were putting in your trunk. Oh, no, that's the
Oh,
wrong
no, that's
thing.
a person.
Yeah.
All right, my bad. You stay there with your jewel. I'll keep loading
So-
weights.
So Tom, does it ever get easier you having to juggle like 2 women?
No,
No,
It
because
just gets harder, right?
it's 2 different sets of emotions and people and
yeah,
and cycles and
yeah, it's
like
Because I imagine you're already having to battle their emotion with your logic, but then as they spend time around you, they start getting your logic. So then you're having to fight their emotion and your logic. So you're having to be better than both that.
well, it's
and fight them 2 different ways because
Yeah.
they're not
Well,
gonna come at you the same way.
that, and it's what they're saying, and then what they're saying to themselves, and they're not always saying what they're saying to themselves to me.
Right.
So it's like they'll say one thing to me, but like their internal monologue is something different, and they won't acknowledge that. They won't acknowledge that they're like, you're saying one thing to me, but then you're feeling something else. It's like, so we'll say what you're feeling to me, then we can,
Move forward.
deal with that,
Yeah.
rather than you just saying a thing back to me because you think that's what I want to hear. It's like, no, I want to hear where you're actually at.
Do you think it's because they're still processing what they're trying to figure out, or no?
It's part of it.
Because that's
But
me a
it's-
lot.
Yeah.
Like if I'm not saying something just yet, sometimes it's because I'm still trying to internally figure that out.
True.
I feel like
Doesn't make it any less frustrating.
No, it's just as
Yeah.
frustrating for the other party trying to figure it out.
I know. So it's I'm not as upset by it, but I'm still upset by it. It's upsetting.
Imagine having so many emotions you don't know which one it is. I know that's hard
No.
for you.
no, that's impossible
That's
for
not
us.
a
It's
thing
not,
that
it's not hard for us. It's
It's
impossible.
impossible.
Like
Yeah.
it's. I
That part of our brain is literally shrunk during puberty.
Yeah.
Like, testosterone shrinks that part of
A
your
woman
brain.
has once asked me, "Have you ever started crying and not known why?" I was like, "No."
No.
Like, what the hell is that?
Oh yeah, it happened to me a couple weekends ago.
Yeah.
You don't know why you're crying. You're just crying.
It's called depression. It happened to me like a couple weekends ago.
Just
I like
out of nowhere, just started crying.
well like I like knew, but I didn't know. I knew there was like a multiple amount of things that like crashed down at one time, but I didn't know which one I was crying about. It happens.
I know. I'm sure it does. Just not in my head.
I'm not the part I was more mad that I was crying because I'm not a crier. I don't cry like about anything. So I was more mad that I was having a tear that my face was leaking.
So you
I was
probably
more mad
cried
about
more that you were crying.
yes.
So like that's just being a woman must be so confusing.
Oh my god, I hate it.
Like I really like I don't envy y'all. I love y'all to death for being women,
Yeah.
for loving men. But like,
I'm-
whoever you love,
I'm
but,
like aware that sounds crazy.
Yeah.
no.
I'm very aware of that, and I can't explain it. I wish that I could, but that's what it is to be a woman sometimes.
I mean, no, I mean, apparently, we fucks with it.
So like what is the woman's process then of like figuring it out, so to speak?
You're asking me who's not a normal.
Yeah, you're still a girl though.
Yeah. I mean, so what I tried to do, so give me an example.
I don't know. So, I don't know. That just seems like a very typical woman response to things of like, oh, I've just got to like figure this out. But like, what does that mean?
like
It's
figuring
for-
out,
Because like for a guy, it's like we're very like, okay, there's a problem before us. I'm gonna figure this
Do
shit out
something.
right away.
Like you're having a conflict with your significant other or something like.
Sure. something
Put
like
me in a
that.
scenario.
Charismatic go scenario. You look like a scenario guy.
Let's say you're in a bar and you're presented with the opportunity to either go on a date with someone that you've liked for a really long time, or somebody that is just at the peak of what you find attractive. What do you do?
Go like,
Ooh.
which one am I going to go home with?
Which one would you? Let's start with talk with, or approach in that manner. Is that
Probably
better?
the one that I liked. That's not a hard thing to
I'm
figure out.
trying to come up with a concept here. I was kind of just throwing it.
Okay,
Right.
the only time for me personally where it takes like maybe a minute to figure out is if I'm trying to figure out, is this something actually I need to be mad about or not?
Okay, so let's say
You know what I
that
mean? Like, let's say, like,
all right, let's say you got into a relationship thinking that it was going to be monogamous, and then all of a sudden, like let's say a month into it, he springs on you that he wants to date other people.
Or that he has been dating other people.
Yeah, let's do that one. That's better. That he has been dating other people, because that should make you mad, right? That's dishonest.
well, we went into it and we've already discussed that it was going to be monogamous.
Yes.
Well, then I don't need that much time. That's a immediate thing that I can be upset about because we've already outlined.
Okay.
We already discussed.
So then let's step back. Now he wants to discuss dating other people.
Okay. Again, that's pretty simple.
She's too rational.
No, I would say here's the ambiguous one. There was never a discussion about being monogamous, but you've been seeing this person for a while and find out, oh, he's been seeing other people at the same time.
Better.
It's you know
We're getting there.
it's closer to what usually happens. There's rarely like a actual conversation. Like we're monogamous now because that's a weird fucking conversation. to have, and most people don't have it.
That is
especially in the early stages of new relationships.
what would happen, and that's why I found later in life that like you need to kind of change your tune and like talk about that up front.
Yeah.
That usually happens like either like before you like hook up for the first time or like that
Wait,
first
you have
time
a
or whatever.
monogamy conversation before you even hook up?
No. Like
That's
if,
a little aggressive.
No. I mean, like, like if you hook up with
I'm not
somebody.
judging, but it's a little.
No. I mean, like if you like hook up with somebody and you like have the intention of doing it again.
Okay.
Let's say, I would want to know if you're like hooking up with other people.
I don't think that's the warrants that. I think only
the first
relationship.
round, it's-
I think only relationship
makes a
would
little
warrant
more
that.
sense.
Some type of relationship. You got to decide
More
you're gonna
so,
go-
like,
I-
is this something that we're gonna do again? Is it something I should expect
'cause,
or
like,
not?
By the second time, are you really expecting it a third time, or is this like was this a booty call, or was you expecting this third time? You know what I mean? Like at the second time, which one really is it? I'm not sure.
Well, like,
Especially for men.
all
I'm
right,
not
I'll give
sure.
an example.
If you're doing it for the third time, you probably.
How
not
about I
sure.
give an
Yeah,
example?
it's less
Because
ambiguous
we're
after three.
we're being
First
vague.
time, it's still very ambiguous.
You're very ambiguous. The second
right.
time, you've decided.
Okay, so a couple months ago, like I hooked up with somebody, and I knew I was gonna like see them eventually, and I knew that I wanted to like do that again.
Yeah.
So, like, I told them that I wasn't into like a relationship at the time, but I wanted to like hook up again, and is that something that they were down for?
Okay. So you wouldn't be mad if you found out they were hooking up with someone else?
No.
Cool.
Yeah.
As long as you keep it honest.
Yeah,
That's reasonable.
and like they reciprocated. Like, this is my like situation. Is that cool with you? Yeah.
That's fair.
If you do that up front, then like you can't be mad. You know? So
I mean, you can be, but
This is so much less funny when we're all being reasonable adults.
I know. Yeah, can we like pick a better topic?
we can just jump right
How
into the
can-
clips, yo. Like,
How do
honestly,
we, how do we
I
be
know.
funny when we're all trying to
I know.
be reasonable romance people?
Tom, do you believe in a 50-50 relationship? There we
There's
go.
no such thing. There's no such thing.
Yeah, of course.
There's no such thing as a 50-50 relationship.
No, and it's
Why are
like,
we all good at things?
no, it's like 50-50 in what regard? It's like 50-50 in like how much money you're bringing in. No, it fluctuates, and it's like 50-50 in like what you do around the house. It's like no, that also fluctuates.
I'm just gonna keep- I'm
so
just
it's all
dig
up in the
deeper for
fucking air.
spicier
So
topics.
no,
I mean, but the fucked up thing is that we all agree on these topics. So
I know.
we're just getting to a point where like, yeah, you know?
Tom, can a woman run a relationship?
Yes.
Yo. Oh, all right.
I mean
There we
He
go.
lesbians.
dug.
There we go.
Gold. He dug for gold. There,
Lesbians do it.
No.
They,
Yeah, all right, bro. I like that defense.
If the guy's a beta,
Like,
oh, that's
Eh.
also
Yeah,
true.
are you
But
really-
I'm
are
not
you
happy
really,
with
Are
it.
you really wanting to be in a relationship with a guy that's a beta, though? Let's be honest.
people do it.
cucks exist, bro.
Are they really happy in that situation?
Some of them are, yeah.
Yeah.
Betas, yeah, they're happy with
No,
being bossed
the-
around.
the chick.
The chick
The chick, yeah. She's
Yeah.
happy with
in
power.
that situation.
Yeah,
yeah,
but power corrupts. I don't know if it's.
Okay.
I don't think they can really lead.
Oh,
And
no, I see
corrupts
it
in that
all the
situation, how they fuck
time.
more people in front of their husband. Like, I don't.
I mean, I guess more often than not, I don't think they can lead the relationship in a traditional.
I'm
sense.
sure there are some that have gone over 50 years easy.
yeah. I think in a lot of the cuck relationships too, the husband is the one bringing the dudes in too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you guys are
Mm-hmm.
talking about a specific kink.
Yeah.
Yeah. but
Okay, so
a
we're talking
kink
about
that
the-
a lot of people
All
would
right.
have.
We're talking about
it's a
not the
topic
kink,
on
but the
fucking Pornhub and
relationship.
shit. Like, it's definitely something that a lot of people think about.
I'm trying to get it out of my feed. I don't care for it. Keeps popping up. I'm like, no, thank you.
You
I'm like, but come on.
You scroll?
Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
What,
don't
I'm
you
just
don't
clicking
have
on
a
the-
category?
What's your
several
hold on? What's your
categories.
category? I want to know this. What's your category?
Oh, this is a fun one.
yeah. What's your
I
category?
don't want to go first.
You have to. You brought it up.
I don't want to go
You
first.
brought it up.
You go first.
You know my category. I'm sure everybody at this
Booties?
table. Yes, I'm sure everybody at this table could guess exactly my category.
Anal?
Yes.
Oh, that was too easy.
Yes, that's why it's terrible to start with me. Now you're
So you scroll?
Yeah, of course. I mean, like, just because
Actually,
I love
only
anal
started
doesn't mean
watching
that, like,
porn not that long ago.
That sounds
Still,
about
you're
right.
gonna find something that you're into. Doesn't mean that you don't have a favorite. You're gonna have a favorite no matter what.
Like mostly like girl on girl stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
I
You coward.
know a lot of girls that hate that
Coward.
shit.
I say the same thing to everyone.
That and then I
bullshit.
just
I'm only into girl and girl
I like
stuff, but
just
it's like,
started
no matter if
watching
it's a
like
dude or a chick, I'm just like,
like
you're a fucking
threesomes,
coward,
like
is what you
female,
are.
female, male, like threesomes, or like leather stuff,
Okay, leather stuff is a swift hunt.
like bondage stuff.
Okay, we're getting there. We're getting
Yeah.
there. There
See,
you go.
that's a kink.
That's the kink right there. You find that interesting, and that's that
Alleged
other people
gun
don't
running
always.
Supposed
Like, I started-
But I wouldn't scroll. Like I go for what I like. I'm not gonna waste time if I'm like
You don't
I'm
ever see
gonna
what else
watch
is out there?
porn.
You don't
then
see what
I'm
else is out there. Like you never just curious to like you never see in like what you're watching. Like underneath it, it's like some other shit
no.
they like. And
I'll
you're like,
go
oh.
to the category and I'll scroll.
I mean,
Just one category?
No, I'll go to the categories that
That
I
you're-
like,
Okay.
and then I'll
yeah, but like, you
scroll
won't
through
like
the categories.
You won't like hit teen and like look through teen real quick, and then like go back and hit like big booties and like scroll that through that. real
I'm
quick
very
and, like,
efficient. Okay,
It's not meant to be efficient though. It has to
I'm
be exploratory.
efficient. I'm not
It depends
scrolling.
on your timetable.
I have.
If like I've got
No.
20 minutes.
No, I know how.
I got a nut now.
I know women.
You got to be
Women-
real efficient.
Women aren't nutting efficiently. No, they take their time with that shit. They don't
By
even plan
themselves,
unless they
they're
have time. Yeah.
When they're with dudes, it's not.
No,
When
I
they're
mean,
by
like,
themselves, super efficient.
I really hate that I agree with Tom on so many
Yeah.
things.
Hold on.
It truly bothers me.
So like
People hate
you
that I'm
plan,
right.
like,
It truly bothers me.
you plan out exactly 10 minutes to get yourself off.
No, I'm
Okay.
like, okay, it's
She's not looking at her
time.
watch, but yes, it's 10 minutes.
I'm like, it's time. I get my vibrator, and then I put the porn on, and then I do the thing,
Yeah. It's
Okay. So
and then I move
you-
on with
all
my
right,
day,
so-
or I go to bed,
let me
depending
ask
on
this
what
question, 'cause
hour
this
it
is the next
is.
question I'm asked. Is it just one video or you go through a few?
It depends how fast I came.
Okay, then I'm right. There's no time allotted for it. Like, yes, she'd be
It
like, at 12
usually
o'clock, I'm
happens
gonna do
pretty
it.
quickly.
And then that's it.
It's the same amount of time. It depends how short the videos are.
That is true. Actually, I take it back. I'm not going to watch one that's 32 minutes long and 15 seconds. I'm usually going for the 9 to 12 minute ones.
All right.
I bounce around.
Same here. Like, I mean, sometimes you just want some
And
time.
after that, I'm either
That's-
sleepy or hungry.
That's the weird difference between like how guys masturbate and how girls super efficient. It's like I'm doing this now and it's happening. Guys, we have like a holding pattern where it's like we're hard for a while, scrolling through a bunch of shit, seeing like
soften a little bit, and then get it back up a little.
what do I want to nut to?
Yes,
And it's like this whole thing.
yes.
Because usually most guys just the one. It's just the one.
Like-
and that
like-
go.
we're like fluffers off screen in a porno, just waiting.
Like,
just
honestly,
come on,
like-
waiting for my moment.
Yeah,
with
it's
it.
a
There it
holding
is.
pattern. It's trying to figure out.
Like you can watch
like,
one.
what-
You can watch one that.
What
just,
is
like,
it today?
For the whole time, it's like, yo, this is really good shit, and like you're just like literally just stroking to it, right? And then you have another one that you just want to finish to. You know what I'm saying? And you have one that like I want to just catch this in between the two.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just have to see a clip of this one. Like
This just
Like this
proves
one, the
that there
thumbnails
is
were interesting. I
no
wanna see what's happening
50-50
here.
in
Yes,
any
yes.
relationship, because while you guys are doing that, someone's cleaning the house, someone's
and not
taking
bothering
out,
you,
You think
taking
I'm
out
doing this
the
when my
trash.
wife is home?
and not bothering. I'm doing this when
Yes,
else.
the house is clean already.
And you guys, and we gave you the time to do that because we're not hounding you for sex.
Yeah. You're welcome.
It'd either be us or you. Like it's either like it's gonna be one or the other. Us or you. Like that's it.
I would rather be involved.
You would. I've had this discussion with several women today, and they're like, "Yo, please explain to my man that I don't want it all the time." I was like, "That's fine. Just explain to your man why you won't share."
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like you don't.
I have
you don't want to
never
fuck him all
had
the
that
time.
problem.
Then you're one of the lucky ones because a lot of women have this issue. They're like, "Why does he want to go all the time?" Because our sex drives run differently.
Yep.
You understand what I mean? Naturally, they run differently.
Sorry, but not to any ex that's listening to this podcast. I have never dated someone who has been like every single time that I'm down to fuck has also been down. Like I've had to be like,
I've had
come
many.
on.
You're not-
I've had many
then
women that it's
let's-
like,
You're not
yo.
with the right guys, then.
Yeah.
I have many women that it's like,
Obviously.
yo, they want to go, so then we start,
Is this
and then
my cup?
about yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
give her a shot, and then like a few minutes in, they're like, yo, I need to tap out. I'm like, yo, cool. If a person knows what they're doing, like especially women, if you know what you're doing, it's like hitting a button, and then like literally every woman has their number that they're just passing out after. You know what I mean? So like it's just a matter of hitting that number.
I think you said it best last time. I must have like the brain of a guy or something.
Yeah.
I must.
Your wiring must be a little different. There are nymphomaniacs that are women, you know? And I think it would take that level of woman to reach a guy's, because like literally the amount of times I want sex during a day is absurd. And if a woman was in my head, she'd be completely offended. You know what I mean? So like, if you're able to keep up with that, you're a nymph.
Is that what it is?
I mean, I would think so for a woman if you keep up
this
like that. Like,
Yeah. I would argue the scientific definition of a nymphomaniac is a woman who behaves like a man.
I think
Because that's
Can
a
we
lot.
Google it?
no, that would be scary,
not-
man. Most guys would be scared. They'd be like, "Damn, yo."
Because that's a lot.
Yeah. Why do you think I
think
am
about-
the way that I am?
And think about this terrifying reality. That's just gay dude's reality. It's just
yes.
man, dude,
I don't know.
all the
I
time.
don't know if I believe it.
Believe it.
That's how gay dudes act.
No, just in general.
is
I mean,
exactly how
I
gay
think
guys act.
it's all talk until like anyone can talk.
Oh, I mean, everybody can talk a good game. You got to prove it.
Yeah,
but like,
yeah.
I don't have anything else to say to that. I mean, everything's proof until it's real. But like, I gotta trust word of mouth. But like, if the day I ever do find out it's a lie, come for all you jugglers.
It's an issue.
All you jugglers, man, don't be lying to me about sex. Don't be lying to me. If you're a one-hitter quitter, just call it. I respect you for that shit. You know what I mean? Because I mean, let's get to some of the clips.
Yeah, and it varies from encounter to encounter too. We could go forever about this shit.
Honestly, this is my preferred topic, and I don't want to go down the rabbit hole too far.
I know. Oh, you and me both. Let's.
This is a great one right here.
Let's try and find some unreasonable shit to talk about.
No,
It's so much more fun.
yo, please, guys,
No.
don't do this at home.
What is this?
How much time do we spend agreeing on things?
A lot. A lot of agreement.
It's
on a
Just
lot of
like,
things.
yes, we are all correct.
It's not fun for anybody.
I can keep throwing out. I'll strike a nerve. You want me to keep going? I'll find it.
All right, let's see. What is this? Oh boy, what is she?
Are we going to intro to this?
I don't think there's an intro needed.
It's just
Y'all, do y'all need me to explain?
it's a crowd of white people petting some black girl, and that's very
Your
unsettling.
big head was in the way.
I mean, I stayed out there for most of it, right?
That is
Fuck.
what the.
It's so weird. It's so weird. She said.
Why are you just
Oh no.
stop it?
Why is she
That
letting
is-
them do that?
I don't know why she.
That's what happens when you lose all self-respect.
Yo.
That's what happens when you lose all self-respect, and that happens to us often.
Yo.
I don't
That
get.
happens to us often.
When was this
I don't get
posted?
what the allure is to pet black people's hair.
They've never
does
touched it before.
Does
That's
it
it.
feel different or
When
something?
was
I
this
don't get
posted?
it.
Look,
Obviously,
don't
it
get me
looks
wrong.
different. It
It's
must
a
feel
fun
different.
texture, and I want to touch it too, but I don't ask because I'm not a fucking asshole.
So,
No, you can definitely ask.
Yeah,
definitely
you ask, but you don't gather a crowd and just start petting.
No, I don't do
It's
that.
like no, it's like
that also
this is a weird
happens
thing.
in other cultures. So quick King story time.
Yeah, go ahead. Hit that.
I had a friend whose family was from the U.S., but they moved to, I think it was the Philippines, when she was like really young, or maybe it was like it might have been Korea. And when she was like a kid, she was really, really blonde.
Yeah.
And they would like come up to her and like touch her hair and like stroke it and like want to take pictures with her all the time. It was,
Yeah.
like, very,
that's
very
not okay either.
That's not okay either.
I will argue they're also racist.
Yeah, I know, but like
Like, no.
it doesn't just happen here.
Just
is
come
what
on,
I'm
it's
saying.
like-
It doesn't. Like I have a cousin that's half Taiwanese. The first time he ever went back to Taiwan, like mothers would bring their daughters up to him and like to see because he looks so exotic with his curly hair.
What's the other half?
Taiwanese and Nigerian.
Oh wow.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, it's his cousin.
Beautiful.
No, my white cousin married a Taiwanese person. Like, what the? Yeah, it's Nigerian.
Fuck! I don't want to assume shit.
21st century. You see how the 21st century has fucked us all? It's fucked us all.
Could have been through marriage.
My second.
We can't just add A plus B.
God
Solve for
damn.
X. Like
two
it's
black
fine.
people, white person.
God damn.
The prophecy spoke of the prophecy spoke of the white child born
fucking
of the
sword.
The white born of the two blocks.
Jesus. That's how Jesus was made.
They call him Anti-Blade.
Came out like that somehow.
Why one of Jesus' eyes closed? Someone come in his eye?
He's
I'm
winking.
sorry.
He's winking.
He's winking and finger gun pointing.
It's Buddy Christ.
That's Buddy Christ.
It's Buddy Christ. It's fucking.
I don't know that.
I used to
It's
do
a Dogma reference.
Yeah, I used to do another podcast with a. I don't know. I said podcast. Another Canadian.
Podcast.
I used
It
to
was
do-
a podcast. It was more dick related.
Are we getting Russian now?
Oh no,
The podcast.
it was from another.
We
podcast.
just talk about beating it.
The Wankcast. und Wankcaster. Yes.
All right, let's see. Shorty out here wildin' for the new year. Quote, I'm sucking dick all 2020. I'm going to heaven lit.
I love that title.
Bitch, what up? I'm fucking niggas all summer. Bitch, and I can't get my fucking husband to come home because, bitch, me and my bitch is gonna fucking watch. Bitch, what happened, bitch? I'm sucking dick all 2020. Staircases.
All staircases.
Bathroom. Under the car. Bitch, in the church.
Her eyes are terrifying.
Get it, sis.
I believe her. I believe her. Them eyes.
She got pink hair. Get it, sis.
I believe her. I believe her. I believe her.
Yeah.
I want to know
Under the car.
Why was that a clip we needed to watch?
And that's a Honda Civic. This is a tight fit to get under that fucking thing.
Because
I
believe in feminism. A woman.
It'd be one thing if it was an Escalade.
fucking
It's like,
do
I'm
no
a
matter
sucking
what it
dick
is.
under the car. It's like, that's a Honda. That's like, you got like
Damn.
6 inches of clearance, maybe.
Like
I'm gonna need something with some substance to watch.
that was a lot of substance. She told you
substance.
everywhere. Like, come on.
On the stairs, in a hallway,
There's gonna be-
under the car.
Under your mama. She had everything.
Dude, she was trying to get substance in and on everything.
That would be liquid, sir.
Sucking dick everywhere.
Oh,
Oh, this is clear.
This
I
is-
wonder who submitted this.
yeah.
Yo.
Like, I'm not
This
shaming you.
podcast is not gonna
Pizza
beat
delivery
my last
guy
one.
gets surprised by 2 women in lingerie.
Why?
I thought that was a beautiful
Because
question.
it's funny, I guess. They
But
thought it'd
I-
be funny to
It's your
fucking
lucky
dick
day.
tease this fucking.
All right, look at him. Look at him.
He's
Look at
like,
him. Look
I
at
don't
him.
want any.
Look at him.
Like, I don't want the tip. Just
Very
suck
respectful
my
guy.
dick.
Very respectful. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him.
It's like, what y'all doing
He's
in
struggling.
there?
He's
Can I
struggling.
come?
He's struggling.
You having a party? Can
He's
I
like,
come
I
hang?
don't care. I don't want any.
He's struggling.
Because he sees the dude with a camera, too.
Oh God. Oh God. She got it. Yeah.
He's like, all right, I'm out. I'll see y'all later. Let me know if you need some cheesy bread.
Yo. I
That's-
think he did the
that's-
kingly thing. I think he reacted very kingly
That
to the
was
situation.
perfect.
Did.
That was,
Like-
Get him on the podcast.
But that's
We could try.
that's
Yeah,
so,
let's do it.
that's so rude. That's so rude. That's women.
That was very rude of them. That was very, very rude of them. They abused that man.
Yeah.
Yep. They abused that man.
Yeah.
If a guy came to the door and some under,
You right. I wouldn't want them to stick their dick out at me.
Unless
Feminism.
Yup.
unless they're inviting him in for a little fun, then fuck off.
you know what I'm saying?
Did
Why not?
Wait,
Here's
can
your
we
dick.
replay
Clearly they're trying to
that? Did they come in? No.
No, they did not invite him in.
That is
There was
rude.
never an intention to invite him in.
Yup.
He sees them, and he also sees the
You're
camera.
talking too much.
She really wants to lie.
He's like, here we go.
So imagine that's you delivering the pizza. And that's Irish right there.
Wow, I got great ass.
And Irish is about to twerk something in
In
front
the,
of you.
that's Irish in the same outfit.
Irish is twerking that in front of you. You gonna react like that? That guy kept his composure. He was professional. And he did his job.
Yeah.
He deserves a raise.
Thank you. You've come around. There you go.
Yeah.
That guy has been assaulted.
Oh
That's
my
the,
God.
that's the evil.
Yup.
That's
Yup.
the evil.
Oh, I'm gonna get canceled.
No, you're a feminist. You're being equal. You guys just want equality, right?
Don't worry, you haven't
That's
done my
equal.
podcast yet. You can't possibly get canceled.
Like, if a guy was to do that,
No,
he'd be canceled.
for real.
So
I would be
like,
so mad if I was a delivery person and somebody.
yep. And Tom just out there just twerking in front.
I mean, if it was me.
Especially, I'd be like,
Chippendale's out there. He's got the little bow tie on. Like, oh, here we go.
this fucking ponytail.
Oh, you like that? You like that? Oh, Yeah, man.
He wouldn't
Funny
say
shit.
that. He'd be like,
Yeah, it'd be a lot of grunting.
yeah. And then you're like, are you gonna pay me?
Why does she know already? Like, has this already happened?
And just pay attention.
She just sits back with her blunt. She's like,
I need the extra tip, not your dick tip, like money.
twerk, son. Twerk, son. Twerk, son.
There's like hard, like heavy music coming from the background. He has like a band tee on.
This one's a little shocking.
Oh no.
Was it that serious? Lady goes off on a
Can you do this
stranger
for me?
for recording her super drunk friend.
I'll die if I do that.
All right, well, let's see it.
So she just
Look at that milkshake though. That looks good.
She just ran up on a guy.
He's got a Tom
He's
ponytail.
watching a ridiculously drunk person in
That
a...
bitch got a fanny pack. Oh, where'd they go earlier? She got a wristband.
Yeah, all right, she's doing all this. What if he was to punch her? Like, are you
Ooh,
serious?
I like her tights.
I'm saying. I do like those tights. Yeah.
They're nice tights.
those are sexy.
They were nice. They were nice.
How do you guys feel about fishnets?
Love 'em.
Awesome.
How dare you film my super drunk friend being
Now,
super drunk in a very public place
I
and
would-
looking fucking ridiculous?
I 100% agree with what Karizmatik said too. It's like, what if he were to just knock her the fuck out? Like
Her
that.
hand came at him several times.
This is the crazy thing
Don't
in
be
our
touching people.
society
Don't
where it's
touch anyone.
like they just like there's this unspoken rule that guys don't hit women. And it's like because they just know and assume that they just feel comfortable going up and doing anything. But then
Literally,
they just
even if he-
assume that across the board, okay, then that means no man will ever hit me. But if they go up and do that to the wrong guy, he's going to knock them the fuck out.
Here's the thing. Even if he had stood up, then it's an immediately different conversation because she's running scared immediately. Him just standing up and holding the camera over her, which is easily doable.
If it's all, if we're all equals, why is it the man that has to maintain his control while she's able to do that?
I literally
Just going nuts. And just
That's
hitting
not,
him.
if we're supposed to
getting
be
in
equal,
his
how is
space, like,
that-
it's-
how is
that's
that
not
fair?
equal.
I told you when I pulled into my grandparents' town in Pennsylvania over Christmas and shit. I pulled in with the rental car and I was like up at this crosswalk and I was maybe a cunt hair into the crosswalk.
Cunt hair.
Like literally like
It's a unit of measurement.
I love it.
It's a common use term in construction.
I'm not
I'm
exaggerating.
not mad about it.
I will confirm.
Why are you so mad?
I'm not mad.
Because they're
I'm
trying to
just explaining.
take cunt hair from
So
me.
defensive.
How else can we measure things if not in cunt hairs?
We do it in audio too. It's like, hey, can you turn that up to cunt hair? It's like, yep. Yeah. We do that. That's how I learned it. But
It's our smallest unit of measurement.
I'm talking the car. The car is like a sliver in the crosswalk, okay? And this lady, I could tell she was fucking Philly trash because everyone from Philly's trash. Let's be honest. But
That is not the opinion of the entire King's
Not
podcast.
the opinion. No, I love Philly.
That is.
God bless Philly.
For the record, I'm on the fence about you people.
I'm on the fence too. I haven't made my decision. I will not let someone else make
I
a
will
decision.
say-
EAGLES Eagles.
I
Your
gotta-
sports fans suck dicks.
I gotta get to know
but
more of you,
The
but I'm
city
very much on
itself
the
has
fence.
great speakeasies,
Go Birds.
awesome tacos.
Go Birds.
Your moonshine is pretty good, but go on.
Birds. So this lady starts walking by in the crosswalk with her husband, boyfriend, I don't know, whatever, and she slaps
Son.
the front of my rental car and she starts mouthing off at me. Now normally I would start fucking losing my mind.
What
at
a
this woman.
mouthy cunt, am I right?
No, that's what I'm thinking, right? But so that I take a different.
know that's what he's
I take a
thinking.
different
It's
route.
what we're all
And
thinking.
I literally learned this move from Patrice. I just rolled down the window calmly. Didn't even address her. I just looked at her man. I went, "Hey, buddy, you know, one of these days your woman's gonna get you fucking shot."
Yep.
And
No,
he-
that's the thing to do. That's
And
exactly
you know what
to do.
he went?
He's right.
This was his reaction. He went, "I know, man." and then I told him right before I drove off. I said, "Control your bitch or leave her at home." Drove off because that's true. I'm not gonna shoot him. The wrong motherfucker will pull a gun out and shoot you because your woman is mouthing the fuck off.
Yes,
you
he
get shot.
will.
That's why if I was ever with a chick, right, and she starts mouthing off at a guy, I walk the fuck away because I'm not gonna get in a fight. Like, you think you're bad? Handle your business. I'm not gonna get my ass whooped because you're mouthing off with someone. You're gonna mouth off to someone. You better be ready to fight.
I 100% agree with that, and also I think
Now,
it's-
if you don't start it, I'll have your back.
Yeah.
But like, if you start some shit, finish some shit.
yeah. The other thing I would argue is that definitely I think that sometimes goes both ways too, where it's like you see all the time. There's a dude who's like always trying to start shit, and his girlfriend is just like, "Come on, let's just go home."
I agree.
Yep, just
And
walk
so
away. Just start walking.
It does happen both ways, but it's
You just start
it's-
walking.
and they're both equally
Women are better
infuriating.
people,
Or
though. They are better
something happens
people.
and
She's
then
more
they
likely to hang
start
around
fighting,
and
and
drag
you're
him
like,
when
it's-
he's knocked
Yeah,
out.
it's,
Fucking
it's always
infuriating.
it's always ridiculous.
I tried making a joke about that and it didn't hit, but that's fine.
There was a fucking there was years
That was
ago.
not funny.
There was fucking years ago when I first started dating my now wife, and we went to like a buddy of mine's place in Southie for St. Patty's Day, and like,
Oh, that was your first mistake.
oh yeah, it was a fucking it was a dumb move, but it was my buddy's place. He lives like right on the fucking parade route, and we were just gonna hang out at his place, and that was all it was gonna be. But I go out and smoke on the porch, and it's like a
Dum da dum dum dum.
three
Yeah,
three
fact.
fucking stories and blah blah blah, and like go out. I smoke my cigar. I'm heading back in, and there's some idiot who's friends with somebody who lives on one of the other floors, and he's just like, "Oh yeah, it's like $5." I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm the bouncer here today. It's $5." I'm like, "Dude, this is a fucking residential unit. My buddy lives on the top floor. Like, what do you want?" And yeah, and he's being a fucking drunk idiot about it, like trying to be like, "Oh, fake door guy," and like his girlfriend's at the bottom of the stairs being like, "Come on, let's just go." Like she's fucking dejected and like, I'm like, "Oh, dude."
Oh my god.
And so here's the thing. It was an awkward situation because I'm on this side of the stairs. He's by the door, and like it's a long flight of stairs down. And yeah, I'm fine with me falling down the stairs, but my girlfriend, eventually wife, is standing right next to me. I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking fight this guy on St. Patty's Day for $5. I'm like, all right, it's $5, whatever.
You're
would be-
Irish,
I'll
right?
give him $5
Isn't that
and
your
then we'll go home.
natural,
Yeah, it'd be
like,
very-
that,
Yeah.
that would be the day
But I'm
to
not
do it.
retarded.
He's fighting. He's fighting.
Any
better
other
man
day,
than me.
when I knew that the cops weren't fucking everywhere and everyone gets fucking arrested on St. Patty's Day.
You're being like a typical woman and fighting your nature. It's in your Irish nature on St. Patty's Day to get drunk
Oh,
and fight
you-
other Irish people.
You can't
With all your
you
rings
can't
on and
imagine
shit?
how much I wanted to fucking just take this guy the fuck out.
How many other rings did you have on that day?
But here's the thing. All right, here's what happened. I pull out my wallet.
Dude,
I'm
you
just
don't, you don't want me to
I'm
break
gonna
my
give,
ring game out. I'll start
I'm
flexing
just
on
gonna give him
somebody.
$5 to fucking leave me alone. And it's
guys
like, you
don't
know
want
what?
that. You guys can't handle
It's
that
worth
shit.
$5 for me not to get arrested for beating the shit out of this guy. I'm like, you know what? I don't need this today. Whatever. I open my wallet. All I have is 20s. So I hand him a fucking 20, and he pulls out his wallet, and I see there's 5s in there. He starts to walk away. I'm like, no. You make me change, and then we're good.
Tom just wanted to
And he
let us
handed me
know that he has
$15
money.
back, and he went on his way. So he can be all like, "Oh, I punked this guy for $5 all he wants." I'm like, "No, you made me change because you saw in my eyes. I'm like, I'm paying you
But
$5
it cost you
not to
$5
kick
to
your
make
ass."
change.
Yeah, it's fine.
I don't know, dude. I think you were afraid, Tom. I think you were really
Scared of this? He made me
Go back in time and
change.
fuck him up. You're
Yeah.
afraid. You're afraid.
First move when you get
He
to
made
go beat
me
his ass.
change. It's worth $5 for me to not beat the shit out of this dude.
I want to know what your biggest fear is. Don't say something fucking stupid.
I don't know what it's. I don't know. I spent most of my life beating my fears out of myself. So
Oh,
it's
this is
like
easy for me.
It's hard. I don't know. Being paralyzed, that would suck.
Oh, that's awful.
Right? That's fucking terrifying.
You don't have any irrational fears?
Oh, mine's not irrational.
Why would you have irrational fears?
I
They're
don't know.
irrational.
Forgot this was the rational podcast.
Yeah. We're all being reasonable.
What's yours then? Since you're asking, you must have one.
I hate sharks.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm real
That's
scared.
also a rational fear.
I know it's irrational.
No, well,
I
It's
won't go in.
irrational as
I
long as
won't
you're
go
not in
past
the
my
ocean.
knees into the ocean.
then that's completely rational.
That's
Past your knees
just a
is-
little unrational.
No, I mean
No,
you
I've
can go a
always
little
been-
further, but
I've been super afraid of sharks like my whole life.
Don't
I think
swim in
I
deep water,
I think
sure.
I accidentally watched Jaws as a child, and
Jurassic Park had me afraid of dinosaurs, and they don't exist anymore.
yeah.
That is. You know what? That one is unreasonable.
I was when I was younger, not anymore. But like
Yeah.
when I was afraid of them until like 12.
Wow.
Yeah, man, I was scary. They were scary, man. They
Yeah,
were
no,
really
sharks freak me out.
I'm still scared of lions. And they
yes,
are
they
real.
are.
And they're fucking scary.
For a long time, I couldn't even like watch Shark Week. Like shark, it would like freak me out because they
My-
look like monsters.
My mother
They are.
screams if she
Yeah.
sees a
They
snake.
are.
They are.
They are
monsters of the sea.
My mother screams if she sees a snake on TV.
So snakes don't bother me.
Snakes don't bother me.
I don't fucking like spiders.
You don't,
I
Oh
don't
my god, I know.
Will you,
fucking
will you-
like
are you
spiders.
scared
They're
to kill a
unsettling.
spider?
What?
Will you kill a spider?
If I would prefer someone else have to do it, but I obviously. I mean, it depends how big are we talking. Like,
If someone threw a Halloween spider at you, would you jump?
Yeah, he
Most
would.
likely.
Yeah, he
Probably,
would.
probably,
Yeah.
yeah.
That hesitation, use a pussy.
Like,
If I had a
and I don't-
T-shirt on with a spider, would you
no,
be mad?
no. Like, and I can watch them if they're behind glass. Like, they're cool. It's just
Yeah.
any-
Like, is Spider-Man unsettling?
once they get about bigger than this cap,
see
then
Tom
I
Holland
start getting a
walking
little
towards
bit of
Well, I
anxiety.
feel like that's rational.
Like,
Because once they get
oh my
bigger
God.
than that, then they're
I'll-
kind of dangerous.
I'll never forget the
bigger than that cap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the summer camp I used to work at.
Sure.
The
No, it's the
the-
little ones that are dangerous.
the-
Tarantulas aren't. They're just like
my God, dude.
They're almost
They're
like
not really poisonous.
There
Yeah,
was
they're
I'll
almost,
never
like,
forget there was this
cuddly
fucking
at that point.
the summer camp I used to
Same
work
thing
at
with
like
scorpions. The
the
smaller they get, the more
because like
dangerous they are.
when they're little like
Fucking
that, they're
No, it's
no
fucking
They're
science.
cuddly.
when they're
they're
little
fine.
like that, their venom is made to kill a vast variety of things. When they're bigger, it's more fine tuned.
Yeah.
So
Ooh, can we get some animal videos up?
not this
Animal-
episode, Miss ADD. Jesus Christ.
I took my Adderall right before I came. It hasn't settled in yet.
I'm sure I could tell. Right? Dude, I'll never forget. We had this the summer camp I used to work at the week before it would open. We'd go there and we'd like get everything working. And I walk into the cabin, and of course, right by the bunk where I'm sleeping, there's just a fucking wolf spider on the wall, like this fucking
Oh,
big.
fuck.
It's like that fucking.
I'd
big.
never go back there again.
No.
Dude,
And
it's
I'm not afraid of spiders, but I'd never go back there again.
And my buddy Ian, because I right away I'm like nope, and I'm like Ian, you gotta kill that thing. I can't do it. I can't fucking do it. And he's like, all right, takes his shoe, goes to smack it, misses, and then it just disappeared. And so then
Oh fuck
You couldn't
no!
sleep in the
I
room.
couldn't sleep. No.
I for 3 nights I did not sleep. I just stayed out on the porch. I just stayed out on the porch all night. And then
That's hilarious.
And then
and
my,
that's why Irish has the sleeping habits that he does.
and then my buddy Tripp, who was another counselor, I was sitting in the hall one day and he just comes walking in, holding it by the fucking leg.
That'll make you a fucking comedian.
Yeah, well, he ran at me with it at first, and yeah, naturally I screamed and ran. But I don't fuck with spiders, dude. I don't do that.
You ever scare me, I'm fucking you up. That's just the way it goes.
No.
Here's the thing. I
I don't play that. I don't play
What
that.
are you afraid of?
Me? Well, if I'm being completely honest, I don't like open water.
Wait, so I should never jump out and scare you.
Some shark shit.
Well, it's
Are
not
you afraid
really
of
shark.
drowning?
Well,
Or
it's not
squids.
that. Everything down there is like bigger than me. That's fucking scary.
especially deep water.
Yeah. and you big boy.
And I'm huge.
Yeah.
So like, I'm gonna something's gonna pass by me the size of a house. I think just its immensity, I'd have a heart attack.
house.
Like
Oh,
things
whale.
on the yeah, just
Yeah.
something that big, like a living thing that big right next to me. I think I'd go into cardiac arrest.
Yeah.
Like right now, I'm like, oh my god.
Well, a whale might not like eat you right away.
no, it won't. It probably won't eat me at all.
Yeah.
I'd probably just die of shock. Like,
Yeah, a shark.
Unless you're talking about orcas. Orcas
shark
will
fuck
fucking
with-
eat you.
Yeah.
no, they're called
People?
killer whales. Yeah, they're not.
What
known
about
for
a
hunting humans.
narwhal?
They kill shit.
They're,
What about a
they are, but
narwhal?
not humans. They're not known for killing humans at all.
They eat seals.
What do you?
Seals.
What do
And
you?
And so, like, a
Kill
person on a
humans.
surfboard looks a lot like a seal.
And it hasn't happened. Look it up. There are very, very few, if any, killer whale attacks on humans.
Outside of SeaWorld.
Outside of
where they just,
exactly.
where they are murking people.
That's how they knew it was so outside their nature. Because even if humans meet them in the
gangsters.
wild, they're more curious and they're going to investigate us. And then they find out that you're also an intellectual species, and they'll play with you a little bit and they leave. All of them, they're just big dolphins. Dolphins no variation of dolphin season.
Dolphins are raping people out
They
here.
are.
I mean, rape.
They're
is
doing
different.
that.
They're not killing anybody.
They're just trying to be friendly. They don't know about consent.
They don't know anything about
in the
PC
animal kingdom-
culture.
They don't know about the whole Me Too movement.
In the animal kingdom, all sex is rape. You know what I mean? So like,
Yeah.
they're just trying to be friendly.
Yeah, but dolphins are the only like animals that have sex for pleasure, besides
That we know.
humans.
Dogs definitely do.
No, bonobos.
Yeah, bonobos do. Yep.
Yeah, there's other ones.
They've
What-
caught dogs
what other ones?
giving head.
I don't know.
They've caught dogs licking.
Dogs?
Dogs, yes. I don't want to Google that clip, but yeah, yeah, dogs.
What, you think they're licking their own dicks to stay
Oh, we're
clean?
just gonna watch dog porn now on Kingz. This is not what this podcast
Said you
is
wanted
about.
animal shit.
You
This
wanted animal
podcast has
videos.
principles.
You asked for it. We
asked
did
for
it.
This podcast is not.
You heard it here, guys. Ani
For
Moush,
that,
Ani Moush said, guys,
Animal
let's
we
watch some
need
animal
to get
porn.
back to the principles of this podcast.
Yes.
Okay.
Confidence, emotional independence,
Anal
dog porn.
I meant animal. I said anal.
We are getting off track.
Yeah.
We
Wow.
are. We
Mr.
need to get back on track.
Let's look at this last clip here. Wild, former UTSA football player charged with killing his pregnant sister. This feels like an STC clip. All right.
New details about a former UTSA football player who is accused of murdering his sister.
Officials with the Travis County Sheriff's Office say 25-year-old Michael Igwagu stabbed his sister multiple times at a home in Pflugerville yesterday. It's been reported his sister was pregnant.
Tonight, Team Stephen
not sound like a
Cavazos
real place.
explains what
Pflugerville.
investigators are saying.
Where is this?
Pflugerville. I don't know.
25-year-old
gotta be
Michael
somewhere in the
Igwagu
South.
arrested and now in the Travis
Or
County
the
Jail.
Midwest.
Sounds
Igwagu
Nigerian
is
as
accused
hell.
of fatally stabbing
That
his
last
sister at a
name?
home
Oh my
off
God.
Escavo Lane in Pflugerville yesterday. Investigators with the Travis County
Is this
Sheriff's
a real
Office-
place?
Pflugerville sounds like some made up like cartoon place. Like, let's go down to Pflugerville.
Pflugerville.
Feels like we're in like
are still working.
Sounds like a Dr.
Simpsons or
Seuss
something.
town.
Yeah.
Like the Who's and What's It are battling in Pflugerville.
Start figuring out what happened.
Emergency crews arrived to find the woman with multiple stab wounds. She died in the home shortly after. According to TCSO, it was reported that Igwagu's sister was pregnant. Neighbors in the area say they're in shock.
It's really sad to hear.
Courtney Williams never imagined something like this would happen in his community, especially with a family who he thought of as friendly.
Kind people. Kind, nice.
They always fucking think
Williams
that.
says something like this
His shirt
should
to me
never
says they're in a
happen.
very
Doesn't
black
matter whether it's
community.
a stranger or
Pflugerville.
Pflugerville.
I mean,
That's how you know I'm not a serial killer. My
let's-
neighbors hate me.
You also live in an area.
I mean, let's be
an
fair.
area.
Let's be fair. What was the baby wearing? All right, cool. Nice. Nothing.
Nope. Not getting it out of me. Nope.
Swing and a miss.
Such a miss.
The baby? Where did you get the baby from, though?
Like,
It was such a miss
Kill
that
the
it's
pregnant
hilarious.
sister?
So now it's
Yeah.
funny again.
She was wearing her mom. Like,
oh, fair.
Goddamn.
Fair.
I mean, if we're being accurate, she was wearing her mom, but
Well, he really did not like that baby's clothing line then.
Yeah, he didn't like her
up.
mom.
oh, do my parents like what?
Me? Stop. I'm a good boy.
A good
Nothing.
Alabama raised boy. Right?
I'm a mutt. I said this the other day. I was home for Christmas. We were walking. My mom has a dachshund Labrador mix. It's adorable. But this lady walks by and she's like, "Oh my God, that's such a cute dog. I love mutts." And I don't know why, but it just made me so. She might as well have said like the N-word to my dog. Like when she called it a mutt, it just filled me with rage. Like, bitch, don't call my dog a mutt.
What would you want her to say?
It's a Dotson Labrador mix.
This is a Dotson Labrador mix. You Labradoodle Dotson.
I got it.
It's biracial. It's not a mutt. How dare you? How dare
This
you,
is the 21st
ma'am?
fucking century.
I didn't understand racism until a lady called my dog mutt.
Oh, you understand now? If you really want to
Yeah.
understand racism, go to China, okay? Go to China.
Go to Chinatown.
Yeah,
You don't even have to go that far.
that works too. Anybody has a Chinatown where they're from, go there if you want to experience
There's
experience
one in
racism.
every city.
Not in every.
No.
Florida doesn't have
Varying
one.
degrees.
Major metropolitan city.
Florida doesn't have one.
Yeah.
Miami doesn't have one. Salt Lake doesn't have one. Yep.
Yeah, it's specific like
Dude, Utah
Northeast.
is
Gotta have
like-
Asians.
If
You
you
gotta
want to
hate
find out what cities are racist, what major metropolitan cities
No,
are racist.
I can't imagine you get good Asian food in the middle of the country. Like you just get a
Yeah.
bunch of white guys like squinting.
Dude, I got Chinese food in Florida. Terrible.
But the
no good.
best fried chicken I ever had was in South Dakota.
You ain't been to the South then?
I have been to the South.
Where?
Been to New Orleans. I've been to
That was a short
Texas.
list.
And you've had a black man make you chicken?
Yeah.
I don't buy it. It's not better than
I had
South or North.
I had
Dakota
a Native
combined.
American man and also lady make me fried chicken in South Dakota, and it was fucking
Indian made fried chicken. That'd be interesting for me.
phenomenal.
I wonder what seasoning they use.
The best Chinese food
Tears.
I've had in Boston.
Probably.
Tears of caught white men.
The best Chinese food I've had in Boston is in Roxbury in a place where you can't get delivery. It's only takeout.
Slaves.
There's nowhere to sit down.
Slades.
You literally walk
Is it
in
on
there.
Blue Hill Ave?
It's on Washington Street. It's like Lucky Boston Chinese.
I know exactly.
Bro, you
where
have to
it
go to
is.
Slades if you want the best fried fried chicken.
Well,
Slades
yeah,
got
it's
some
fried
pretty
chicken. I'm
good
talking about
food.
Chinese food.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Lucky's?
Lucky's.
I
is so
forgot
good.
we're all neighbors.
Their egg
We
rolls
all live in the
are the
fucking-
size of a baseball.
I
They're so fat they're round. It's like
Yeah,
Like a
it's like
baby.
putting a big
Yeah,
black
it's
cock in
fucking
your
awesome.
mouth, right?
Oh, it's awesome.
There you go.
yeah. That's how I want my egg rolls to be. Giant.
You got any little BBC egg rolls?
I'm a size queen when it comes to egg rolls. Give me the biggest egg roll you got, motherfucker.
Oh my god,
I can take it.
That's fucking hilarious.
Oh my God. Well, fuck, man, we just did a good solid hour there. That's the Kingz podcast, everybody. Thank you for watching. We'll be back next time. We'll see what happens. Right.
Yo, play me that outro, dude.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah, this has been the Kingz podcast with your boy Karizmatik
Irish O'Neil.
Ani Moush.
Tom McDonald.
Thanks
Catch
for
you next time.
watching.
They corrupted its symbolism to make you blind. They don't want you motivated to take the time. They want you down here as a hopeless slave to the day you die. It's time for your cheat check, nigga. Welcome to the gangbang dungeon. Shit ain't safe. If your chain hang, the jailers gon' snatch it. Even the warden stays straight thuggin'. White boys bloodin'. Black CIA agents corrupted. Flying cocaine planes hustling. Banks stay smuggling funds from the public for the turf war against Arabs with AKs bussin'. Oil fields flooded. Black boys searching for ways out.